From the UK, Mark Pritchard's Member of Parliament, and he joins us right now. And let me just ask, he had been, just for perspective, I should point out that you were a Remain guy, so that's the side of the aisle that you were on this. But maybe you heard at the end of that conversation a little bit. Is this the start, the trigger of something bigger for the rest of Europe, in your view?
Well, I was a reluctant dinner. I was never passionate about Europe, and I'm not passionate about Europe now. And Europe needs to reform, and Brussels needs to get the message from this referendum result that reform has to come. Otherwise, it could trigger other referenda across the European Union. But I want to say that I think the markets have got it wrong, rather than the British people having got it wrong. And I think there is perhaps a overreaction today, but the markets will eventually settle down. And I think there's a real opportunity now. You know, the United Kingdom is a highly skilled economy. It is still a very low tax economy. It is one of the most successful economies in the G7, and still a great place to invest and do business. And I see the medium-term future for this country being a very positive one from an industrial policy point of view, from an investment point of view. And I would say to your viewers who want to invest for the medium to long term, invest in the United Kingdom, because we could be the next, if you like, Singapore offshore off the continent of Europe.
Well, that is a positive spin on things. Let me make sure I'm getting your position right, because I'm speaking to so many different people today, that before the vote, before it came out, you were in favor of staying in the European Union. So if that's true, explain to us your logic today in putting this type of a, this look at it, as opposed to being so disappointed.
Yeah, okay, well, my view was that somebody that campaigned for the referendum, when we then eventually had the referendum, it was agreed by the Prime Minister, I took the view from a national security point of view, an article I wrote for the Sunday Times on the 31st of January, from a national security point of view, Britain was stronger and safer within a reformed European Union. I still stand by that, but the British people have taken a different view, primarily on economic grounds, and clearly as a parliamentarian and as a Democrat, I have to respect that. I still think that we're more likely now to see Germany and France fast-track EU defence structures which will compete rather than complement NATO, and that's something we're going to have to watch very carefully, both with the United States and, of course, our allies across Europe. My view is that we can prosper outside the European Union. I always felt that we were stronger, more secure and more prosperous within a reformed European Union. The British people have taken a different view, albeit narrowly. The country's pretty much split down the middle, and as a parliamentarian I need to respect that. So we need now to ensure that we work with all of those employers that perhaps flirted before the referendum, suggesting that it might divest, that we might see capital outflows from the United Kingdom should we Brexit. The government needs to work very quickly with those people to reassure them and say, stay with us, hang on in there.
Right.
And, you know, the new Prime Minister, whoever that's going to be, following David Cameron, I think will need to look very quickly towards getting us into a very low tax economy, even lower taxes than we currently have today.
That's, to me, a very interesting point of view. Mark Pritchard, thank you for sharing it with us from the UK today.